In the Vedic chanting, we are learning Chamaka Prashna. In Dhyana Purvaka mantras, we are doing Gayatri mantras. Some common sense thought every day we are learning. We are doing our Shanti mantra and Guru Parampara mantra Ucharana, taking the Sankalpa and having chanted Upanishad mantras. We are studying the Shwethashwathara Upanishad with Adi Shankara Bhashyam. 15th mantra, the most important, last portion. Tameva viditva atimrutyumeti nanya pantha vidyate yanaya. In a most complete, profound sadhana drushti se, Bhagavan Adi Shankara has explained. We are studying that. May all these activities be done by us with utmost bhakti shraddha so that we deserve the anugraha of Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana, which is so necessary for our Vyaktitva Vikasa, after which alone we are an asset to the world, loved by the world, and we will truly be evolving within also. Welcome, friends. Gratitude salutations. Let us start with the fifth Anuvaka. Om Athaveda Parayanam Chamaka Prashnaha Panchamonuvakaha. ॐ अस्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे ॐ अस्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे शीसञ्च मे त्रपुश्च मे शीसञ्च मे त्रपुश्च मे श्यामञ्च मे लोहञ्च मे श्यामञ्च मे लोहञ्च मे अग्निश्च म आपश्च मे विरुधश्च म ओषधयश्च मे अग्निश्च म आपश्च मे विरुधश्च म ओषधयश्च मे कृष्टपच्यञ्च मे कृष्टपच्यञ्च मे पृष्ठपच्यञ्च मे अकृष्टपच्यञ्च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तञ्च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतञ्च मे भूतिश्च मे वित्तञ्च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतञ्च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मे अर्थश्च म एमश्च म इतिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अर्थश्च म एमश्च म इतिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽश्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽश्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथिवी च म इन्द्रश्च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथिवी च म इन्द्रश्च मे अन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे अन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे अगंशुश्च मे रश्मिश्च मेधाभ्यश्च मे अगुंशुश्च मे रश्मिश्च मेधाभ्यश्च मे अधिपतिश्च म उपागंशुश्च मेऽन्तर्यामश्च मे अधिपतिश्च म उपागंशुश्च मेऽन्तर्यामश्च मे ऐन्द्रवायवश्च मे मैत्रावरुणश्च मे ऐन्द्रवायवश्च मे मैत्रावरुणश्च मे आश्विनश्च मे प्रतिप्रस्थानश्च मे आश्विनश्च मे प्रतिप्रस्थानश्च मे शुक्रञ्च मे मन्ते च महाग्रयणश्च मे शुक्रश्च मे मन्ते च महाग्रयणश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे ध्रुवश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे ध्रुवश्च मे वैश्वानरश्च मरुतुग्रहाश्च मे वैश्वानरश्च मरुतुग्रहाश्च मे अतिग्राह्याश्च म ऐन्द्राग्नश्च मे अतिग्राह्याश्च म ऐन्द्राग्नश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे मरुत्वतीयाश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे मरुत्वतीयाश्च मे माहेन्द्रश्च म आदित्यश्च मे माहेन्द्रश्च म आदित्यश्च मे सावित्रश्च मे सारस्वतश्च मे सावित्रश्च मे सारस्वतश्च मे पौष्णश्च मे पात्नीवतश्च मे पौष्णश्च मे पात्नीवतश्च मे हार्योजनश्च मे हार्योजनश्च मे इध्वश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्ण्याश्च मे इध्वश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्ण्याश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च मे उपरवाश्च मे दिशवणे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे उपरवाश्च मे दिशवणे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्चम आधवनीयश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्चम आधवनीयश्च मे आग्नेयीध्रं च मे हविर्धानं च मे आग्नेयीध्रं च मे हविर्धानं च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पचताश्च मे वभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे पचताश्च मे वभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे अग्निश्च मे घर्मश्च मेऽर्कश्च मे सूर्यश्च मे अग्निश्च मे घर्मश्च मेऽर्कश्च मे सूर्यश्च मे प्राणश्च मेऽश्वमेधश्च मे पृथिवी च मे दितिश्च मे प्राणश्च मेऽश्वमेधश्च मे पृथिवी च मे दितिश्च मे दितिश्च मे द्यौश्च मे शक्वरीरङ्गुलयो दितिश्च मे द्यौश्च मे शक्वरीरङ्गुलयो दिशश्च मे यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां ऋक् च मे साम च मे दिशश्च मे यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां ऋक् च मे साम च मे स्तोमश्च मे यजुश्च मे दीक्षा च मे तपश्च मे स्तोमश्च मे यजुश्च मे दीक्षा च मे तपश्च मे ऋतुश्च मे व्रतं च मे होरात्रयोर्वृष्ट्या ऋतुश्च मे व्रतं च मे होरात्रयोर्वृष्ट्या बृहद्रथन्तरे च मे यज्ञेन कल्पेतां बृहद्रथन्तरे च मे यज्ञेन कल्पेताम् गर्भाश्च मे वत्साश्च मे त्रविश्च मे त्रवी च मे गर्भाश्च मे वत्साश्च मे त्रविश्च मे त्रवी च मे दित्यवाच्च मे दित्यौही च मे पञ्चाविश्च मे पञ्चावी च मे दित्यवाच्च मे दित्यौही च मे पञ्चाविश्च मे पञ्चावी च मे त्रिवत्सश्च मे त्रिवत्सा च मे तुर्यवाच्च मे तुर्यौही च मे त्रिवत्सश्च मे त्रिवत्सा च मे तुर्यवाच्च मे तुर्यौही च मे पष्टवाच्च मे पष्टौही च म उक्षा च मे पष्टवाच्च मे पष्टौही च म उक्षा च मे वशा च मरुषभश्च मे वेहच्च मे नड्वाञ्च मे वशा च मरुषभश्च मे वेहच्च मे नड्वाञ्च मे धेनुश्च म आयुर्यज्ञेन कल्पतां धेनुश्च म आयुर्यज्ञेन कल्पतां प्राणो यज्ञेन कल्पतामपानो यज्ञेन कल्पतां प्राणो यज्ञेन कल्पतामपानो यज्ञेन कल्पतां व्यानो यज्ञेन कल्पतां चक्षुर्यज्ञेन कल्पतां व्यानो यज्ञेन कल्पतां चक्षुर्यज्ञेन कल्पतां श्रोत्रं यज्ञेन कल्पतां मनो यज्ञेन कल्पतां श्रोत्रं यज्ञेन कल्पतां मनो यज्ञेन कल्पतां वाग्यज्ञेन कल्पतामात्मा यज्ञेन कल्पतां वाग्यज्ञेन कल्पतामात्मा यज्ञेन कल्पतां यज्ञो यज्ञेन कल्पतां यज्ञो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् एका च मे तिस्रश्च मे पञ्च च मे सप्त च मे एका च मे तिस्रश्च मे पञ्च च मे सप्त च मे नव च म एकादश च मे त्रयोदश च मे पञ्चदश च मे नव च म एकादश च मे त्रयोदश च मे पञ्चदश च मे सप्तदश च मे नवदश च म एकविंशतिश्च मे सप्तदश च मे नवदश च म एकविंशतिश्च मे त्रयोविंशतिश्च मे पञ्चविंशतिश्च मे त्रयोविंशतिश्च मे पञ्चविंशतिश्च मे सप्तविंशतिश्च मे नवविंशतिश्च मे सप्तविंशतिश्च मे नवविंशतिश्च मे एकत्रिंशच्च मे त्रयस्त्रिंशच्च मे एकत्रिंशच्च मे त्रयस्त्रिंशच्च मे चतस्रश्च मे ष्टौ च मे द्वादश च मे चतस्रश्च मे ष्टौ च मे द्वादश च मे षोडश च मे विंशतिश्च मे चतुर्विंशतिश्च मे षोडश च मे विंशतिश्च मे चतुर्विंशतिश्च मे अष्टाविंशतिश्च मे द्वात्रिंशच्च मे अष्टाविंशतिश्च मे द्वात्रिंशच्च मे षट्त्रिंशच्च मे चत्वारिंशच्च मे षट्त्रिंशच्च मे चत्वारिंशच्च मे चतुश्चत्वारिंशच्च मेष्टाचत्वारिंशच्च मे चतुश्चत्वारिंशच्च मेष्टाचत्वारिंशच्च मे वाजश्च प्रसवश्चापिजश्च वाजश्च प्रसवश्चापिजश्च क्रतुश्च सुवश्च मूर्धा च क्रतुश्च सुवश्च मूर्धा च व्यश्नियश्चान्त्यायनश्चान्त्यश्च व्यश्नियश्चान्त्यायनश्चान्त्यश्च भौवनश्च भुवनश्चाधिपतिश्च भौवनश्च भुवनश्चाधिपतिश्च ॐ इडादेवहोर्मनुर्यज्ञनीर् ॐ इडादेवहोर्मनुर्यज्ञनीर् बृहस्पतिरुक्थामदानि बृहस्पतिरुक्थामदानि शगंसि षद्विश्वे देवाः शगंसि षद्विश्वे देवाः सूक्तवाचः पृथिवीमातर्मामाहिगंसीर् सूक्तवाचः पृथिवीमातर्मामाहिगंसीर् मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुवदिष्यामि मधुमतीं देवेभ्यो मधुवदिष्यामि मधुमतीं देवेभ्यो वाचमुद्यासगं शुश्रूषेण्यां वाचमुद्यासगं शुश्रूषेण्यां मनुष्येभ्यस्तं मा देवा अवन्तो मनुष्येभ्यस्तं मा देवा अवन्तो शोभायै पितरोऽनुमदन्तो शोभायै पितरोऽनुमदन्तो ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शान्तिः 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 See little patience if we bring, we can keep on doing such noble things of our spiritual practices. ॐ अस्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यञ्च मे यश्च मे सीसञ्च मे तपुश्च मे श्यामञ्च मे लोहञ्च मे अग्निश्च महापश्च मे वीरुधश्च म ओषधयश्च मे कृष्णपच्यञ्च मे कृष्णपच्यञ्च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्ताम् वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च म एमश्च म इतिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथिवी च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे अगंशुश्च मे रश्मिश्च मेधाभ्यश्च मेऽधिपतिश्च मौभागंशुश्च मेऽन्तर्यामश्च महीन्द्रवायवश्च मे मैत्रावरुणश्च म आश्विनश्च मे प्रतिप्रस्थानश्च मे शुक्रश्च मे मन्ते च म आग्रयणश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे ध्रुवश्च मे वैश्वानरश्च मरुतुग्रहाश्च मेति ग्राह्याश्च म ऐन्द्राग्नश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे मरुत्वतीयाश्च मे माहेन्द्रश्च म आदित्यश्च मे सावित्रश्च मे सारस्वतश्च मे पौष्णश्च मे पात्नीवतश्च मे हार्योजनश्च मे हिद्मश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्ण्याश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च मौपरवाश्च मे दिशवणे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्च माधवनीयश्च माग्नेयध्रञ्च मे हविर्धानञ्च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पथदाश्च मे वभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे अग्निश्च मे घर्मश्च मेऽर्कश्च मे सूर्यश्च मे प्राणश्च मेऽश्वमेधश्च मे पृथिवी च मे दितिश्च मे द्यौश्च मे शक्वरीरङ्गुलयो दिशश्च मे यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां ऋक्च मे साम च मे स्तोमश्च मे यजुश्च मे दीक्षा च मे तपश्च मरुतुश्च मे व्रतं च मे होरात्रयोर्वृष्ट्या बृहद्रथन्तरे च मे यज्ञेन कल्पेताम् गर्भाश्च मे वत्साश्च मे त्र्यविश्च मे त्रिवी च मे दित्यवाच्च मे दित्यौही च मे पञ्चाविश्च मे पञ्चावे च मे त्रिवत्सश्च मे त्रिवत्सा च मे तुर्यवाच्च मे तुर्यौही च मे पष्टवाच्च मे पष्टौही च म उक्षा च मे वशा च मरुषभश्च मे वेहच्च मे नड्वाञ्च मे धेनुश्च म आयुर्यज्ञेन कल्पतां प्राणो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् अपानो यज्ञेन कल्पतां व्यानो यज्ञेन कल्पतां चक्षुर्यज्ञेन कल्पताः श्रोत्रम् यज्ञेन कल्पतां मनो यज्ञेन कल्पतां वाक् यज्ञेन कल्पताम् आत्मा यज्ञेन कल्पतां यज्ञो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् एका च मे तिस्रश्च मे पञ्च च मे सप्त च मे नव च म एकादश च मे त्रयोदश च मे पञ्चदश च मे सप्तदश च मे नवदश च म एकविंशतिश्च मे त्रयोविंशतिश्च मे पञ्चविंशतिश्च मे सप्तविंशतिश्च मे नवविंशतिश्च म एकत्रिंशच्च मे त्रयस्त्रिंशच्च मे चतस्रश्च मे ष्टौ च मे द्वादश च मे षोडश च मे विंशतिश्च मे चतुर्विंशतिश्च मेष्टाविंशतिश्च मे द्वात्रिंशच्च मे षट्त्रिंशच्च मे चत्वारिंशच्च मे चतुश्चत्वारिंशच्च मेष्टाचत्वारिंशच्च मे वाजश्च प्रसवश्चाभिजश्च क्रतुश्च सुवश्च मूर्धा च व्यश्नियश्चान्त्यायनश्चान्त्यश्च भुवनश्च भुवनश्चाधिपतिश्च ॐ इडादेवहोर्मनुर्यज्ञनिर्बृहस्पतिरुक्था मदानिषगंसि षद्विश्वे देवाः सूक्तवाचः पृथिवीमातर्मामाहिगंसेर्मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुवदिष्यामि मधुमतीं देवेभ्यो वाचमुद्यासगं शुश्रूषेण्यां मनुष्येभ्यस्तमा देवा अवन्तु शोभायै पितरो नुमदन्तो Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In this way, 2 days only we have finished our Namakam learning also. Now it is in our hands to every day by chanting Chamakam extend salutations to Lord Shiva in all forms. And every day chanting Chamakam, pहले Namakam. ये Chamakam पढ़कर we can request Bhagwan Shiva to bless us with all the things that are required for our smooth life. It's all in our hands. Now, friends, Om Namo Narayanaya. Let us do our Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharanam. Today we will do the mother related mantras. One is Vaishnavi, second is the Varahi mantra. So Vaishnavi Devi is Mata. We all have the Vaishnavi Devi Mandiram, and there she is, right? Gayatri mantra for her. So it is a Lakshmi Devi mantra. Vaishnavi means Vishnu Sambandhi. Na? Vaishno Devi is Lakshmi Devi. Always remember. And other side Durga and Saraswati. So mantra is what? Om Chakradharinyai Vidmahe Vaishnavi Devyai Dhimahi Tannaha Shakti Prachodayat. Chakradharini Vaishnavi Devyai Shakti. And we all know Vidmahe is, we know the mother. For our darshan, physically staying in the temple and ready to receive our pujas if we get an opportunity to do live grossly, if not in our own mind. And we know she is kind, compassionate to bless us, and she is none other than the Sarva Shaktimai Parameshwari, and she herself being Chiti Shakti, she is Sakshat Parabrahma Swarupini. That is called Vidmahe. And in Dhimahi, reveling in that Anushtana of Upasana to her, doing the Namasmarana, Japa, Kirtana, Bhajana, Stota, Parayana, with all of that, we brought our faculties in full concentration and meditation on her, called as Dhimahi. Then Prachodayat, we are asking her to do the Prachodanam of us in this Adhyatmika Sadhana. We ourselves, by our efforts, we are not able to do. We need that divine push inevitably. So, in this way, Chakradharinyai Vidmahe Vaishnavi Devyai cha Dhimahi Tannaha Shakti Prachodayat. This is our Vaishnavi Devi mantra, Gayatri mantra. Okay. Then we also have the Varahi mantra. The Varahi mantra. Om Varahyai Vidmahe Mahashaktiyai cha Dhimahi. Again. Tanno Devi Prachodayat. Or we can chant another mantra. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om The Varahi mantra is Om Mahishadhvajayai Vidmahe Dandahastayai Dhimahi. So mother has got Dhvaja, on that Mahisha Chihna is there, and then Dandahastayai, who has got the Danda in her hands to protect her devotees and punish the Dushtas. Tanno Varahi Prachodayat. So the Varahi Mata is the Lord Vishnu's consort when Bhagavan came in the Varaha avatar. You know, each of us stationed in different stations of our inner life need to worship one Paramatma only in different forms. So this Varahi Mata Upasana also is a powerful source of redemption from so many inner weaknesses, non-positivities, and then get the positive blessings. So these are the two things today we chant. Chakradharinyai Vidmahe Vaishnavi Devyai cha Dhimahi Tannaha Shakti Prachodayat. So to the Mahisha Dhvajayai Vidmahe Dandahastayai Dhimahi Tanno Varahi Prachodayat. So remember the mother Vaishnavi Devi, let us chant. Om Chakradharinyai Vidmahe Vaishnavi Devyai Cha Dhimahi Tannah Shakti Prachodayat. Om Chakradharinyai Vidmahe Vaishnavi Devyai Cha Dhimahi Tannah Shakti Prachodayat. Om Chakradharinyai Vidmahe Vaishnavi Devyai Cha Dhimahi तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. You can feel your travel to Vaishnavi Devi Mata, entering the Gufa, yourself getting the chance to do the Shodashopachara Puja to the mother, and after all Mangalarati, Atma Pradakshina Pranama, we are asking the mother to do the Adhyatmika Prachodanam so that we realize the self in this very life. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै विद्महे वैष्णवी देव्यै च धीमहि तन्नः शक्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ श्री वैष्णवी मात्रे नमः. मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि. Now Mother Varahi. We are just teaching more and more so that whichever you like, you take the support of them and then revel at your convenience and interest. Om Mahishadvajayai Vidmahe Dandahastayai Dhimahi Tanno Varahi Prachodayat. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. ॐ महिषध्वजायै विद्महे दण्डहस्तायै च धीमहि तन्नो वाराहि प्रचोदयात्. Om Shri Varahi Matre Namaha. Mam Raksha Raksha Parivahi Parivahi. Atmanubhavam Prati Prachodhanam Kuru Kuru Swaha. See, in this class, at least these 5-10 minutes of Prarthana Yukta Sadhana, we are able to keep on doing it throughout the day. Now, friends, after doing our Veda Parayanam, Dhyana Puraka, Mantrocharanam, our third activity, like every day, today also is our Narayana common sense thought. In today's common sense thought, very common, very simple thing. Hmm? He is our sadhana completely, fully to the expected level, to our satisfaction level, happening or not? Question 1. Question 2. If not, if the sadhanas are not to the expected, satisfactory, necessary level happening, if they are not happening, then sit and take some time, pause, then contemplate, analyze, think, understand why they are not happening, why the sadhana with full energy, full enthusiasm, enough with full involvement, with full mood of joy and celebration. Why it's not happening? Think for each one of us. Once in a while we have to do this healthy, necessary exercise. Both categories. One, the traditionally, theoretically, scripturally, book-wise told reasons of why we are not able to do sadhana. Same things practically in our own language, in our own daily observance. दोनों का लिस्ट बनाओ कि क्या कारण है साधनाएं नहीं हो रही. Traditionally, scripturally, the sadhanas we are not able to do because we have the deeply rooted vasanas, because we have the relentless desires, because we are utterly bahirmukha. These are all the traditional answers which are right, which are the ultimate. Same thing we think in the other language also. Then the sadhanas we are not able to do because of the balishta, baliya, the prarabdha, the Vyashti and Samashti. These are all the theoretical reasons, Shastriya Karana, for the inability to do the sadhana. They stand in their own place. Yes, they are very powerful. When the prarabdha is terrible, lakh koshish karo hota nahi. It is true. But in our own way also think why we are not able to do the due sadhanas. List out the things. Isn't it? First of all, is that we are not very clear in our understanding about our goal? Could be the reason. When the goal is not very clearly, undoubtedly understood, then why it will be taken as the goal? So shake our head and see, have I understood the goal? First of all, do I have the goal? First of all, am I spiritual? ऐसे शुरू होना है प्रश्न. मैं आध्यात्मिक हूं कि भटकने वाला संसारी हूं? First of all, there the questions start. If I think say, spiritual, to a spiritual person, what should be the goal? Isn't it? Did I understand that should be the as that should be the goal? Did I accept it? Oh ho! So I have not yet accepted it as my goal. It is one of the fancyings, one of the ambitions, one of the many. You understand? Some time pass involvements. Okay, is that enough to think about this goal like that? Okay, it's not. Then what's required? The intensity in that goal, the deep desire to reach to that goal. Okay, I have to improve myself on that. Is तरह each one of us have to think about why sadhanas are not happening. The second obviously is aspashtata regarding our how to reach to that goal. This is the biggest thing. It appears quantity wise. We listen to so many classes, etc. But if we look into ourselves, the clarity regarding the practices to be done, the sadhanas to be done, still we are in vagueness only. That can be the biggest reason for our not doing our sadhana. We must know then, isn't it? What are the sadhanas to be done to reach to that goal? Am I not clear about the practices to be done? Then the other things that I don't love both of them, the means and goal, isn't it? Is that the reason? Or maybe from the grossest, if you start at the physical level, I don't have energy. Am I weak? Okay. Remember, the weakness is different, the disease is different of the body, and the laziness is different. And when the disease is there, take the medicine and become healthy. When the weakness is there, eat good food and get the energy. We take many times the laziness as weakness. They are two different ones. We should very be clearly differentiating between both of them. It's 90% cases it is laziness labeled as अभी मुझे ताकत नहीं है, energy नहीं है, isn't it? And if even in that case, when the energy is not there, where they are getting leaked, as we saw the topic yesterday or day before about our the time, energy availability, etc. So we have to see: am I not able to manage my health, or am I not able to manage my involvement with the world? This is the biggest reason. Ki, how many things are necessary for me to involve? How many things are to be withdrawn from because I have done it? Or they are not so much required, important than the sadhana. है कि नहीं? We have to analyze. Or still we are in such an immature level of seeking the external entertainments, external enjoyments, external bhoga, than our inner spiritual goal. Again, this leads to the first point only, that the glory of the goal and means I have not understood, accepted. That is why the routine, the ordinary, the regular, that which is from many lives going on, our Bahirmukata alone is overpowering, prevailing. Is that the reason? Think about it. Some of the reasons are these, which very tough to accept and digest. Okay? The place where we are staying, the atmosphere where we are staying in, a place where only the bhoga is there, only the sound disturbance are there. You won't get even an idea of doing sadhana. We are carried away by that atmosphere and we get habituated to it. Or another thing which we may not like it is that the people around us, company around us, mind you, 100 people are not required. One person is enough to make us the worldly outside without his knowledge or intention. He has no knowledge of trying to make us worldly. He has no intention. Then he is like that. But we are in the company of that person. One person can be enough. Toward that person, we may have the attachment, we may have the aversion, है ना? We may have interest, importance. कुछ भी करो, बस साधना तो नहीं हो रहा. Is that the reason? Isn't it? Or my mind is, which is a way actually सबसे बड़ा reason ही है. Always because of my inadvertence, fully occupied by the manorajya, about the world and so many things. That's why I'm not able to do the sadhana. Or I'm not making my daily routine properly, or I'm not strict enough to follow them. Or in me there are some fears, सबको कोई ना कोई भय होता है, फियर्स ऑफ डूइंग साधना, इजंट इट? जस्ट लाइक दैट फियर, बैठो ध्यान करो, पता नहीं क्यों, पता नहीं भाई, करो ना बैठ के। there can be fears, there can be lazinesses, there can be negligences, there can be incompleteness in the knowledge and understanding and conviction, or the one which we discussed 3 4 months back, the lack of sense of urgency. Therefore, taking it carelessly, casually. That one of the biggest disease all spiritual sadhakas have is what? कि वो अपने आप हो जाएगा. दिस इज द बिगेस्ट डिसीज. कुछ भी अपने आप नहीं होता. वी हैव टू डू, एंड वॉट एवर वी डू दैट ओनली विल हैपन. दैट्स व्हाई वी सेड सो मेनी टाइम्स इन विच शास्त्र ऑफ आवर शास्त्रास सेड दैट तुम बैठे रहो, साधना अपने आप होता है. इज देयर एनीवेयर इट इज सेड? एवरी शास्त्र सेज डू 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 ओनली. नो, खरो करके कहते हैं इसलिए शास्त्र है. शासनात् शास्त्रम, शंसनात् शास्त्रम. Oh, Shamsan karke means having educated us. Shasanat, it orders us. Anushasan karte hai ki do, then only you will get the result. But we think ho jayega. We wait for something, to happen, or things to happen automatically. We always forget that when we do, then only it will happen. And the doing will happen when we do. That trick we miss. So the mind, what it does, it first let us have bhoga, first let us sleep, first let us interact with the world. In that only the mind goes on. Then tell the mind, Array, let us sit and contemplate on the self based on this mantra of the Upanishad. The mind says, जल्दी क्या है? मना तो नहीं कर रहा हूं ना मैं, करेंगे. When सुबह you ask the mind, it says दोपहर में करेंगे. By saying दोपहर में करेंगे, mind became victorious in making us avoid doing the sadhana in the morning. And when the afternoon comes, the mind has another excuse. It's an afternoon time that we are to very busy in this and that work. Definitely we'll do in the evening after lunch and good rest and when we wake up. And by having lunch and getting up in the evening, suddenly the mind finds some or the other reason. चल आज ना सोने से पहले डेफिनेटली 1 घंटा आधा घंटा हम करेंगे. And by all this routine is done, when the night comes, what mind says, hey, jaldi so jao, subah utna hai. When we have to do sadhana, that time it tells jaldi so jao. And when we watch TV, it never disturbs us. It says, dekhte jao 12 baje tak, उल्लू की तरह. So, we always think कि by waiting for some convenient time or by waiting for somebody to come and do something or some miracle, something should happen. फिर हो जाएगा. This is the biggest vaham we all carry. Answer is what? No. Whether the worldly growth or spiritual growth, achievements, worldly or spiritual, happen to those who do. In a worldly parlance, if you see somebody is a highly big business magnate, whatever you call in your language, it's not an overnight, just like that, bete happening to him. Mhm. There are many unseen hours of hard work, struggle, tireless, relentlessness in him is there. And that's why he has come up to that level. So to a spiritual giant. Suddenly, not that he has become a Brahmagnani, not that he has become a Jnani of all Shastras. Suddenly, no, it never. How many lives he might have gone through, struggled through. Therefore, is that the notion in me that not allowing me to know? Likh lo ek ek. Then what to do if this problem is the one which I am suffering? That solution to each one of them we have to find and start applying. In the positive way also, कि what can be done. Is that my Shastra Shravana is not so deep as it is required? Shastra Adhyayana is not as regular as it is required? What is the reason? है ना? Again, the same things. Do I need a good company? Will it help me if I go and stay in a spiritually sadhana doing atmosphere for 15 days, 1 month? Isn't it? Don't we go for our physical health to a resort where we are fully taken care at the physical level? करते हैं कि नहीं? Good bhojanam, massage, all of that are done. And then in 15 days you get fully repaired and come back. So too for the spiritual repairing, do we need to go to a place, to a Mahatma, to be in the company? Because that has a very good, powerful, tremendous influence. अंडरलाइनिंग पॉइंट इज वन कि क्या करने से मेरा इंटेंस डीप साधना होता हुआ आई गेट सेटिस्फाइड बिकॉज आई एम डूइंग गुड साधना एंड देन बिकॉज साधना इज डन द रिजल्ट्स आल्सो आर सीन वी हैव टू बी रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड स्पिरिचुअल कर्मयोग में कर्म का बाहर का फल मत देखो ऐसा कहा दैट इज देयर फॉर कर्मयोग इन द आध्यात्मिकता वी हैव टू हैव द आध्यात्मिक फलास ऑफ द साधना सो व्हाट इज दैट when I add, then it becomes better. One of the things is am I to avoid some of the things? Think about it. Am I addicted to some of the meaningless things because of my non-thinking? Think about it. Isn't it? How to give them up? I know anything can be addiction. The people can be addictions. The entertainments can be addictions. The negative thoughts can be addictions. सबसे भयंकर तो वो है एवरीथिंग यू कैन कीप अवे not the mind. And the mind is my own mind with me. And that fellow like a child सुबह 5 बजे उठते हैं और रोने से शुरू करता है. Isn't it children? Man, a mind also, moment we get up, he starts crying only. With this or that worry, anxiety, tension, excitement, expectations, everything worldly nature. That is the reason. Then I must, repair my mind. Isn't it? In that, the freshness, the enthusiasm, the gratitude, all of that I have to feel. ऐसा अपने आप. Or one of the most important thing, the last one, which is no, that is it that I am not getting sufficient kripa grace from the Guru and God. Yeah, because ultimately मामैव ये प्रवृत्ति माया में तम तरंति. जो कुछ भी अभी तक कहा, all of that is Maya only, and one can transcend it only by divine grace. Therefore, is it that I am not sufficiently tuning to the divine through pujas and prarthanas? I may be doing, maybe mechanically मैं कर रहा हूँ, जल्दबाजी में कर रहा हूँ, ठीक तरह नहीं कर रहा हूँ, दिल से दिमाग से नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं है ना, आधा हाफ हार्टेड से कर रहा हूँ, इरेगुलर हूँ मैं इसमें. Is it that the Lord is naraz with me, that He is neglecting me, not doing the blessings? है ना? Like when we behave in such a manner, Guru feels naraz and he just keeps us away because we are not regular, we are not sincere. आप रेगुलर क्लास नहीं आते हो, मैं रिपोर्ट नहीं करते हो, then what can I do? I will say चलो this fellow does is not interested in me, तो why should I be? मैं निकाल दूंगा ना. I can't carry the load of undeserving candidates, isn't it? Everywhere it is so. Even the wife also unloads the useless husband if she finds him to be only a prarabdha. Yeah, a wise wives already long back they have thrown the husband from their mind. He may be in the life routine के लिए, but is useless because he is not deserving. Neither he shows love nor concern nor care. He is so utterly selfish he is in his own life. अब क्या करेगी वो? So too, the husband also, if she is too much into her own nonsense, he निकाल के वो फेंक देंगे वो. So too the Guru equally is the God. One of the big reasons, not denied by the divine. because of non-deserving, and that is because of our own not doing upasana worship. That's why, in so many cases, realizing it when the bhaktas, with so much of arti and dukkha, they pray to the Lord, then the Lord appears and He is blessing them. Such ones have become later on the giants, either in Jnana Marga or Bhakti Marga or in Seva to the world, isn't it? क्या उसमें मेरी कमी है? देखना है हमको. All is in our conscious thinking of the intellect. That is the sadhana sufficiently happening? If not, what are the reasons? In that, what are the to be avoided things? What are the to be added things? Ultimately, see to it that we are doing and enjoyingly doing our sadhana and also seeing the result of it very clearly. Big subject it is. Think further. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ भव एव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकन्नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति देशनिरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुघ्न समूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य शाश्वतरूपेण वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थमस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. पारायणम् अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. We have to chant from 16 मंत्र. घृतात् परं मण्डमिवाति सूक्ष्मं ज्ञात्वा शिवं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. एष देवो विश्वकर्मा महात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः हृदा मनीषा मनसाभिक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ते यदा तमस्तन्न दिवा न रात्रिः न सन्न चासन् शिव एव केवलः तदक्षरं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं प्रज्ञा च तस्मात् प्रसृता पुराणी. Friends, today in our study of Upanishad, 6th chapter, 15th mantra, the second portion is very, very essential, crucial. See how much we are able to grasp it and allow it to sink in it and we accept it. Mantra eko hamso bhuvanasya madhye sa evagnihi salile sannivishtaha तमेव विदित्वाति मृत्युमेते नान्यः पंथा विद्यते यनाय. So एकः परम आत्मा of all. हंसः अविद्यादि बंधन कारणं हन्ति भुवनस्य त्रैलोक्यस्य अस्य मध्ये न अन्यः कश्चित् कस्मात् स एव अग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः. And of this line, the meaning as per the Upanishadic Veda Mantra quotation, first Bhagavan Adi Shankara gave, then from the sadhana standpoint he gave. From the Shastra standpoint, Saheva Agnihi. Again, Agnirihiva Agnihi Avidya Tatkaryadi Dahakatvatu. And we exhaustively explained in what way when we contact that Paramatma, that he will burn the avidya and tatkarya, which is essential. Then salile means salile, salila, dehatmana parinate salile. In the waters, which is transformed into the sharira, that he is stationed sannivishta. So for both, that the Paramatma is Agni Swarupa and also he is there in the water. For both of them, the quotations are given. Now the important word is Sannivishtaha. So that also Bhagavan Shankara is so conscious to guide us in the meaning. So Sannivishta means Samyak Atmarupena Nivishtaha. And Sannivishta means Samyak Atmatvena Nivishtaha. He is there in everything as the Atma of that. है ना? Here becomes very, very subtle inquiry. If he is there as Atma in everything, why we are not realizing it as an Atma? And what we have to do for it? Samyak Atmatvena Nivishta. Is there any question actually to be asked? He is there as the self, then just accept it, no? Then what are we doing? Only we have the thoughts which are making us accept the upadhis as Atman. Therefore, the same thoughts we have to use to reject the Atmatva with upadhis and accept the Atmatva with the self. That's called as Nididhyasana. With the same thought you hate someone, with the same thought of the mind you love someone. Na? With the same thought of the mind we become lazy. With the same thought of the mind we become active, dynamic. So who is ruling our life? Our own thoughts. Either good or bad. So a wise person knows this and then employs the thoughts to help himself positively. That is there, the point over. Now, same. Salile Sannivishtaha, Bhagavan Shankara. Sa evagnihi salile Sannivishtaha. This sentence, for the sadhakas, from the sadhana standpoint, for the sadhana's sake, he explains. That I'll just read out so that you have a base behind made to listen to the explanation. The reading out of the Bhashyam. Listen. Athava सलिले सलिल इव स्वच्छे यज्ञदानादिना विमलीकृते अंतःकरणे संनिष्ठवा सन्निविष्टा वेदांत वाक्यार्थ सम्यक ज्ञान फलक आरूढ़ अविद्या तत्कार्यस्य दाहकः इति अर्थः. वाह, what a complete beautiful explanation. Tasmat, therefore, tameva viditva atimrutyumete. That is why we are saying only by knowing that Paramatma one transcends the mrityu, etc. And to make it very clear, na anya pantha vidyate ayana. There is no other path existing to achieve the chaturtha moksha purushartha. Now that Saevagni Salile Sannivishtaha, what is said by Lord Adi Shankara, how much we are able to grasp, let us see. So Athava means otherwise or other than. The explanation of Saevagni Salile Sannivishtaha as per the Vedic Upanishadic quotations from the sadhana standpoint. Okay. What is the thing to be understood? Paramatma is stationed in the waters as Agni. Paramatma is stationed in the waters as Agni. है ना? Saheva Agnihi Sarile Sannivishtaha. Who is he? Agnihi. Where is he stationed in? The waters. Again, Saheva Agni Salile Sannivishtaha. That Lord is Agni Swarupa, staying in the Salila, the water. This has to be explained by Shankara. He is explaining. What do you mean by Salile? And what is the meaning of Agni? And what is the meaning of Sannivishta? These three things we have to understand. First, Salile means Antakarane. Okay? And which type of Antakarana? Like which type of the Salila? The water, Swachhe. So, Swachhe Salile is equal to Swachhe Antakarane. So, the Upanishad Mata is using the word water to indicate the Antakarana. So, therefore, what is Salila? Antakarana. What should be the type of the Salila, the water? The Antakarana? Swachha. What do you mean by Swachha? Vimali Krite. So, Swachhe Vimali Krite Antakarane is equal to Swachhe Vimali Krite Jale. Yesterday we said, when the water is clear and crystal clear, both the bottom of the water can be seen if it is a bucket or if it is a rivulet, wherever, or our face is very clearly reflected in it. In the same way, when the Antakarana constitute of Manavudicita Hankara or Swachha and Vimala, in that, as we are studying in Bhagavad Gita, further shlokas also in the state of Prajna Lakshana, in that the Prajna Pratishtita will happen definitely and effortless. To understand it, understand the opposite of it. When the Antakarana is not Shuddha, it is Ashuddha. Not Vimala with Mala. Then, with all the difficulties, the Prajna will not be Pratishtita. Means, सारा मेहनत होगा, लेकिन फिर भी ज्ञान नहीं होगा. When the Antakarana is not Vimala but Samala, not Shuddha but Ashuddha. So therefore, Swachhe Vimale Salila Swarupa Antakarane Paramatma Agni was Sannivishta. Agni and Sannivishta still we have to understand. We will go for that after completing this discussion. Now the question should come ki how the Antakarana is made Swachha and Vimala, Shuddha and Vimala. That's what he said na? Ki Swachhe Vimali Krute Antakarane. How to make the Antakarana Shuddha Swachha Vimala? Answer given is Yajna Danadina. Yesterday we gave the quotation of Gita. Yajna Dana Tapah Karma Na Tyajyam Karyameva Tata Yajno Danam Tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. And that's why somehow or everyhow or anyhow we are missing to study our Puranas and Itihasas. Otherwise, if we study them in and through that way, see what is done by the bhaktas or sadhakas and what is always suggested by the Rishi Muni for the bhaktas to do for the clearance of all problems, to invoke the Kripa, etc. is यज्ञ करते रहो, दान करते रहो, तपस्या करते रहो. All through the Shastras, Puranas, we see Yagni Karma or Dana Karma and Tapasya. The other day I took a picture in that Skanda Purana. Around 24 types of danas were told, charities. How much we discussed today now, बताओ. 1 घंटा करें, आधा घंटा करें या हिंट करके आपको छोड़ दे, तो हिंट करके हम छोड़ देते हैं. ओके. तो यज्ञास आर दोज कर्मास वेयर वी ऑफर द आहुतिस as an offering to the Lord. In that the object itself again is not seen by us to desire it. वो भस्म हो जाता है. And it is our attitude that I have offered this to the Lord. That attitude makes the Agni Devata receive those things and give them to the respective Devatas to whom we have offered them. Like the foreign exchange. You just deposit your Indian rupees there, so there you get those dollars or whatever, whichever the country you are going. Same way. So yajnas are those things. And you can imagine, feel in all our traditional ancient Sanatana Dharma, every day the mantra sahita aneka yajnas are done. Nitya yajna anushtana they used to do. In that yajna, the value for the objective world is overpowered by the value for the Paramatma. That's how we offer everything. Swaha idam namama. Agnaye swaha indraya swaha idam namama. Okay. Now in the modern language, as per Krishna and our Puja Gurudev's explanation, the new definition for the yajna from the old traditional yajnas only is the cooperative, selfless, dedicated endeavor by the group of people in which the goal is for the total and not for an individual. That sacrifice of the thought that I should get at the altar of everybody should get, while performing the duties to be done by us with utmost perfection and sincerity. That inner matured attitude is called yajna. Yajna bhavana it is called. The attitude of yajna. In Bhagavad Gita, third chapter, exhaustively it comes. We are going to study, and I don't know. Second chapter itself is taking 500 days. Third chapter, fourth, fifth, they will also take. So then they do. I don't know because shlokas are so beautiful, meaning is so sublime, and we are here not to finish the texts in our channel. We are here to deeply, as much is possible, so much to understand. So we will see that exhaustively. So, so the yajna is practical yajnas of various devatas as we are taught according to our tradition. The modern yajna definition is I, with my all abilities, capacities, performing in the place given to me with my goal that whatever the result comes, it should be for the total. Or keeping the benefit of the total in mind, choosing that career and choosing that particular activity and doing it not only theoretically when the till the phala comes, even after the phala comes, we give that result to others. इन गीता तो स्पष्ट रूप से कहते हैं एनी एक्शन व्हेन डन नॉट विद यज्ञ भावना बाइंड्स अस. 9th श्लोक यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बंधनः. Therefore तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर. One of the top shlokas in that context of explanation of yajna karmas. Karma yogas. Then he gives exhaustive explanation. Sahayajna pura srushta praja srushta purovacha prajapati anena prasavishyadvam eshavostishta kamaduko. Gurudev explains this 20 minutes so beautifully that the Lord has made the world, He made us, and He gave everything to us, and He made us sit in the train to send us to that world created. And while we are being just moving, the train is moving like that kind mother when the son is sent out of station for study or anything. Toward the end, suddenly from her pocket or bag takes out a special gift and gives to the child and says, "This is only for you, beta. Make right use of it." In that way, while sending the human being onto the earth as a final parting gift, Bhagavan has given this yajna as the greatest gift. Puja Gurudev explains like that. Sahayajnaha prajaha sruštva pura uvacha prajapati. What did he say? Anena prasavishyadvam eshavah ishtakama. This yajna bhavana is like a kamadhenu to you, which can yield you whatever you want. How do you go about it, sir? Te devan bhavayata anena, te deva bhavayantu vaha, parasparam bhavayantaha, shreyah paramavapsitha. Ishtan Bhoga, a beautiful discussion for 10 shlokas, which every government, private offices, every of the employees, everybody working must be taught first this one. I don't have that voice and vigor and that roaring type of talking to you, but the subject is so important. That one. Therefore, yajna, when we do, then the antakarana shuddhi happens. So, two yajnas we talked. Second is dhanam. In yajna, the vastu itself is bhasmikruta. In dana, vastu is there. Vastu has a value. A part of the value, I use it. But I know the value of the vastu. I know the person other who also needs this vastu. Therefore, I share with him. That's called as dhanam. You know, with the dhanam, our particular attachment to that object and I alone should enjoy that type of impurity goes away, isn't it? Then I am giving it to the to others, and then again 100 things about the dhanam. क्या चीज हम दान दे सकते हैं वगैरह वगैरह. That I will not explain everything. This much is good to know that when we give something in charity, again don't go and inquire. Don't look back. एक बार दे दिया तो बात खत्म. Don't become that karodimal who gives the charity and every day goes and sees कि मैंने जो दिया ये यूज कर रहा है कि किसी को दे दिया है कि बेच दिया. यार परेशान मत कर रहे हैं. Leave it. So dhanam again purifies our heart from the possessiveness. And when we possess things, necessarily we indulge in them. ना अब जब दे ही दिया आपने, आपका नहीं है वो, फिर you don't indulge in it. There are some wise people in the world, very wise. वो खत्म कर देते हैं, जब का तब दान कर देते हैं. They don't have anything. And Lord also so kind कि goes on replenishing to that people whatever they want or need. मजा आता है ऐसे लोगों को देखकर. तो दानम is the second one with which the antakarana shuddhi, swachhata, vimalata is obtained. Third one is tapasya. By yajna we worship the Lord, by dana we make the people happy, and third one by tapasya we control our sharira, mana, indriyas. ठीक है. Sharirika tapasya is keeping the body healthy and fit, by various yogadi. And in Gita, Devadvija, Guru Prajna, all that tapasyas. Then the Indriya tapasya is the Indriyas are controlled and made ekagra. Manasascha Indriyanam ekagryam paramam tapaha, such definitions 100 times we heard. Again, the Mana tapasya is Mana kept in ekagra bhumika with all its inspiration toward the higher goal. So, in this way, through yajna, dana, tapaha, exhaustively understood and practiced, we make our antakarana salila, swachha, and shuddha. In that salila, the Paramatma is there as Agnihi. So, salile, yajna, dana, tapadina, swachhi krute, vimulagi krute, antakarane. Sannivishta. Sannivishta word not explained. Salile alone is explained. Agni also has to be explained. Now Bhagavan says, Antakarane Sannivishtaha, Samyak Nivishtaha, that Paramatma. How that Paramatma is brought and made to station there. So तीन बातें हो गए. एक, घर आपने साफ करके रखा. दूसरा, अतिथि को बुलाया. तीसरा, उनका सेवा किया. है ना? Now the Antakarana is made Shuddha. Now we have to bring and make the Lord stay there and then allow him to do what he has to do. Allow him to do what he has to do. He being Agni, naturally he burns away the ignorance there. But how he has to be brought into our heart? Where he can come? Shuddha Antakarana. How to achieve the Shuddhata? Explained. Yagnadana Tapaha. Now what is the meaning of Bhagavan coming and staying in our heart called as Sannivishta? Then what he does? The Sannivishta word is so beautifully explained. What is it? Vedanta Vakyartha Samyak Jnana Falaka Arudaha. Sannivishta means Arudaha. He is Arudaha, mounted and permanently staying. Arudaha. Falakaha means as a result. So as a result of these things done, the Bhagavan does the Arohana in our already Swachha Shuddha made Antakarana. There is no other way. And what is the way? Vedanta Vakyartha Samyak Jnana ka फल. वेदांत है, वेदांत में वाक्य है, वाक्य का अर्थ है, उस अर्थ का सम्यक रूप से जब जानते हो उसके फलस्वरूप. And you and I, those who are attending our evening Vakyavrutti class, to them it is very clear now. After that again, after finishing today or tomorrow the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Vicharana, after that we are going to study even Aham Brahmasmi also. Bhagavan Adi Shankara gave the Vakyavrutti as an explanation to Tattvamasi, Laghu Vakyavrutti as an explanation, Prakarana Grantha to explain Aham Brahmasmi Mahavakya. So Vedanta Vakyartha Samyak Jnana Falaka Arudaha. So Bhagavan gets Arudha, Paramatma Tattva gets stationed in our heart as the phala of Vedanta Vakya Artha Samyak Jnana. So Vedanta है, वेदांत में वाक्य है, उस वाक्यों का अर्थ है, उसका सम्यक ज्ञान आपने पाया, उसका फल से the Paramatatma is in our heart. This will tomorrow will explain more detail, every word of it. Once he is Aruda in our heart, what he does? He does what having he said, Havidya Tatkaryasya Dahakaha. Having stationed in our heart, he does the action of burning away, Dahakaha. What he burns away? Avidya Tatkarya. And that's why he is called as Agni. Why is Agni? Because he burns. What he burns? Avidya Tatkarya. When we make him rooted, established in our heart. How do we make him established in the heart? Vedanta Vakyartha Vijnana Samyak. Vedanta Vakyartha Samyak Jnana Phala. And just by your effort of gaining the Vedanta Vakyartha Jnana, that he is going to enter into our heart? No. Why? Because the Bhumika of the Antakarana has to be made fit for it. What is the Bhumika? Shuddha Antakarana. How to achieve it? Yajnadana Tapa. तो यज्ञ दान तपस्याओं के द्वारा शुद्ध किए अंतःकरण में वेदांत वाक्यार्थ का विचारणा के द्वारा सम्यक ज्ञान जब हम पाते तब the Paramatma will come and stay in our heart, then he will burn the vidya and tat karya, we are liberated. Now you understand why I said again and again that this portion is going to be very, very complete, therefore very crucial and important. Still, Vedanta Vakya Artha Samyagnana. This one sentence is yet to be explained. Tomorrow we'll explain. Because that's the most important thing, that when we do that exercise, then only in the heart that Aham Brahmasmi is established. That alone, as we saw in our Vakya Vritti, when the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Shodhana is done, the ultimate result of it is what? Abrahmatvam tvamartasya vyavarteta tada evahi. You remember that evening class, people? Tvam artasya abrahmatvam vyavarteta. As a result of inquiry of Tattvamasi Mahavakya, I am not Brahman. That notion goes away. In brackets, by the clear experience of Aham Brahmasmi. And that's what we want. You are already Brahman. You are never Jiva, never Deha to suffer and struggle in this world. With this exercise of Tattvamasi Mahavakya, Shodhana, that Aham Brahmasmi is experienced. So I am not Brahman goes away. It's because I am considering I am not Brahman, in brackets called as avidya, that I am taking myself to be somebody other than Brahman is equal to some individuality becoming complete through the Upadhi Tadatmya, after which he is called as Jiva. Now his only job is, like a person married gets children, his only job is to feed that wife and children. जिंदगी भर उनका वही होता है बस. And he justifies it. It says, my duty, the Shastra told me to do. कुछ भी बकवास बोल, you are caught up. In the same way, once I am not Brahman, then I am other than Brahman. Therefore, I am Jiva, complete with these upadhis. Now these upadhis are like wife and children to me. Whole life is life. Life is only in feeding them. He is a samsari. He is a Jiva. Khatam baat. Otherwise, you are already Brahman. Isn't it? Isn't it? अब देखो बात मजाक में कह रहे हैं लेकिन सत्य है. ओनली हिंट देकर चले जाते हैं. मजाक में कह रहे हैं बट सत्य है कि क्या नो बडी इज बॉर्न मैरिड एंड विथ चिल्ड्रन. Isn't it? Nobody is born married and children. It's only after birth and all, you only imagine and get lost. It is just like everybody is Brahman only. For no reason he is considering I am not Brahman. In that evening class, that point is focused upon Abrahmatmam Yavarteta. No, the one guru teacher, Acharya, who is able to communicate this to us, he is the one who is the master of giving guidance to us spiritual. So, to a disciple, a listener, when he catches the crux and essence of this sentence, he is matured. Tvamartasya abrahmatvam yavarteta. Understand? It means I am not Brahman. That is the biggest notion has to be removed. Naturally, by establishing Aham Brahmasmi. Think about it. Tomorrow we'll continue. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. That's good. A very good patient listening appreciated. अब थोड़ी देर गीता भी पढ़ते हैं महात्माओं अनायत भाई.